What's good? What's good? This your boy DJ Creed back with another video. Man, your boy Joe Budden has officially got sued by his neighbors. They claim there was nude streaking, weed smoking. The podcast gotta go. Now, this is breaking news from TMZ. If y'all don't remember, he got into a little bit of trouble for being caught butt naked on Ring camera. Y'all check this out. It says Joe Budden is being dragged into court by two neighbors who claim he tried to enter their place while naked and has been causing a ruckus in the building with his podcast. TMZ Hip Hop obtained a complaint filed by attorneys Thomas Milalegro. I can't say that word. On behalf of John and Yulia Akowski. Oski. I don't know, man. These words are too hard. Who claimed Budden and his podcast host Melissa Ford? Melissa Ford, what? And the Condo Association have engaged in a campaign of intimidation and retribution after the Akasois or whatever claim raised complaints about the disruption from Budden recording his highly rated podcast in the building. And yeah, that is Joe Budden right there. It don't show any naked things, but it don't show anything naked, but yeah, that's Joe Budden. Ugh. So John and Yulia, whatever, both claim they confronted Budden about the excessive noise from the podcast and complained about Budden and company smoking weed in the condo's common area, leaving ashes on the property and creating a hazardous health situation for the young daughter. Hey, I don't blame him. I don't blame him. You know what I'm saying? It says, okay. Soik says say they even filed a complaint with the condo association, leading to Budden firing back and accusing Yulia of making racially charged remarks towards him. They say Budden even doubled down and claimed to have a recording of the alleged racism. John says he called his bluff and told him to produce the audio, which they still has not surfaced. That's a weird word. Um, the couple also cites an episode of the podcast from October 19, 2024, which they say involved the host deliberately playing loud music and simulated gunshots and sirens lasting more than 8 minutes. That is true. He was playing on gunshots. They also say Budden misrepresented his alleged attempt to enter the Akoisi's residence while naked on December 4th, as he joked, and dismissed the incident publicly. The Axis, I don't know, Akasois, I don't know, Axois, included screenshots from a door cam that they say shows a nude Budden in the hallway. Oh my God. But it was subsequently temporarily barred from the condo. But they say he returned about a week later. Joe's lawyer, Nima Amiri, tells TMZ Hip Hop they believe the lawsuit is a little more than a money grab attempt by a person we believe to be a racist. Overall, I will say this. When you have a podcast and you're in a condo with other people, I really think that you should be mindful of the neighbors and the noise, because I think Joe has a lot of people working for him also, helping him do the show. Not only is it one, two, three, four, five, six to seven to eight people doing the podcast, it's like double that working behind the scenes. Maybe not even double, just about six, seven, eight. You know what I'm saying? Extra six, seven people working behind the scenes, and it could be noisy. And not everybody gonna abide by the same rules. You tell a person to be quiet. You know, most people gonna be quiet, but it's gonna be like 10% that's gonna be ruly or loud, or cigarette butts. People throw them anywhere, man. You can find cigarette butts anywhere, and what bottles, cans. I would say this is actually a very good lawsuit. to get them out of the residence completely. Do I think they will? I don't think so, because Joe may have just enough influence and power to stay there, but it does make it difficult. It does make it difficult because what they're gonna present facts. You know, all Joe has is, well, they're racist. You know, and sometimes it works, but sometimes it don't. That money don't mean nothing sometimes. But I think he may hold on because he is popular. Um, but I don't know why they just don't get a spot, rent out a little place where they can do it, or do it back in Park's crib. You know what I'm saying? Go rent a house. You know what I'm saying? Go buy a house, and y'all just culminate there and be there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why it's a condo, considering you're up under somebody or but and above somebody and maybe to the sides, and it's almost like you can't successfully create a business like that unless you had a small cast like 3 or 4 people and y'all work together. But I just think I think he's gonna have a lot of trouble with this one. He's gonna pay a lot of money for this one, and I doubt if we see him on the podcast for a couple of weeks until this is resolved. Because Joe, he'll start spilling the beans or don't want to talk about it and be real moody. But I think this is the one. This is the one. We're gonna find out what how far he has come and see if he really can uphold um the legal parameters. And the judge threw out the being naked part, but they suing him now for all the other things and above. So it is what it is. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and I will try to keep this updated. Peace.